friends, good morning. Wish you all in advance Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and Happy Republic Day. It is my proud privilege to welcome you on behalf of Professor Brahmsingh Horticulture Foundation, that is BSHF, a not-for-profit organization, and my own behalf to this 5H webinar series, talk number 21. BSHF is thankful to NIPA, New India Publishing Agency, New Delhi, for sponsoring this webinar series. I am happy to welcome co-organizers Dr. Peetam Kalia, ICR Rafi Ahmed Kidwai Awardee, former head Division of Vegetable Science and coordinator School of Horticulture Sciences, ICR IERI New Delhi, and Dr. Shailendra Rajan, former director, ICR Central Institute of Subtropical Horticulture, Lucknow. Today, the webinar is on protected horticulture. Indira Gandhi Krishi Vishwavidyalaya, Raipur, Chhattisgarh experience. It is by Dr. G.L. Sharma, who is there at the Center of Excellence on Protected Cultivation and Precision Farming at Indira Gandhi Krishi Vishwavidyalaya, Raipur, Chhattisgarh. Friends, protected cultivation or protected horticulture is nothing but a modification of natural environment to achieve optimum plant growth and optimum output, whatever is their yield, etc. And this modification can be done to both on the aerial portion or the root environment, that is underground, to increase crops yield and extend the growing season or permit off-season production of the crops. These modifications of the crop production environment is done using several means such as mulch, organic or inorganic, low and high tunnels, net houses, shade houses, rain shelters, naturally ventilated polyhouses, climate controlled greenhouses, partial climate controlled greenhouses, and certain new innovations. And the latest in this series is the retractable greenhouse, where both natural and controlled environment provisions are there. And there are advantages and constraints of this protected horticulture, which is being adopted by progressive farmers and quality plant nursery providers. For the nursery of horticulture, it is becoming a boon, this our protected horticulture. And the advantage I have just told you, it can be grown in the off season, and certain vegetable crop can be grown even round the year. Quality is better, management is better, insect problem is minimized, and lot many opportunities. And the better opportunity I just told you, the nursery. And there are constraints. There are number of constraints also. People say it is expensive, but I say if you are using the plastic mulch, where is the expense in it? And if you do the fertigation where the government is giving you the subsidy, where is the expense in that? And that is the best combination of protected cultivation, which is giving a good return to the farmers. The plastic mulch coupled with the fertigation. I repeat, fertigation and plastic mulch, affordable by, I think, majority of the farmers. Anyway, availability of quality planting material is not there, though it is coming up, because there is an advancement in vegetable production. You don't need seed now. You don't need even seedling. You need the grafts. Grafts, the root stock and the sand combination together, that way. Anyway, then lack of see technical know-how. One should not start without getting the training, etc. And most of the varieties in the country are exotic one. We don't breed varieties for protected cultivation. The plant breeder should kindly note it. Then Dr. Sharma will enlighten us with the wide and varied experience on protected structures gained at Indira Gandhi Krishi Vishwavidyalaya, Raipur, Chhattisgarh. Sharma ji there for a number of years there, and he has got a very rich experience. We want to take advantage. Nicely he has agreed. And friends, if there is some question, queries, they can be raised in the chat box. Now I request Dr. Pitam Kalia, the organizer, to introduce the speaker briefly. Dr. Kalia, sir.
Thank you, sir. Good morning, everybody. It's indeed a pleasure to introduce today's speaker, most respected Padam Shri Professor Brahm Singh ji, founder of BSHF, and co-organizer Dr. Shailendra Rajan ji, and today's speaker, none else than Dr. G.L. Sharma, who is Professor Fruit Science and in charge Center of Excellence on Protected Cultivation and Precision Farming at Indira Gandhi Agriculture University, Raipur, Chhattisgarh. Professor Sharma also has uh, been involved in releasing 9 varieties of various horticulture crops. Besides, he has the responsibility of officer in charge of ICR, AICRP on fruits. Professor Sharma inspected many commercial plant tissue culture facilities in the country as expert member, and he was directly associated with the development of landscape gardening and horticulture farms of IGKV RAIPUR. Professor Sharma was associated with the CG State Planning Commission as convener of the Standing Working Group, landscape development consultant of Triple IT Raipur and AIMS Raipur. Professor Sharma has been uh, involved in research in a significant way, publishing 32 research papers, 95 popular articles, 5 book chapters, and 3 technical bulletins. And he advised more than 25 PhD and MSc students of horticulture at IGKV Raipur. With this brief biodata of Professor Sharma, I would like to invite him to speak on protected horticulture, his experience at IGKV in Center of Excellence. Professor Sharma, please.
Thank you very much, sir. At the outset, it is my pleasure that I was been given an opportunity by BHSF to share my experiences and whatever little we could able to do in our journey in Center of Excellence. First, uh, most respected Padma Shri Dr. Brahma Singh ji and most respected Dr. Pritam Kalia sir ji, former head IRI New Delhi Vegetable Science Department, and Dr. Shailendra Rajan sir ji, former head Central Institute of Subtropical Horticulture. And I am really happy to see the luminaries of Indian horticulture who has done their entire life towards the development of horticulture in the country. And they are the world-known horticulturists in their own stature. And we are happy that they are still guiding and contributing towards the development of horticulture science in this country, in particular, and in this global scenario in general. And first, then if you see whatever little we have learned by working in this Center of Excellence on protected cultivation, we will first going to start that genesis of the center. Actually, in this, our Chhattisgarh is basically a tribal state, and it was carved out from Madhya Pradesh in 2000 year. And by the next slide, please. By the help of state government facilities. Next slide, please. This is our center, main gate. And next slide, please. Our center was started in 2015 with the financial help under the Rashtriya RKY project. And I would like to mention here that the entire facilities and all the structures and all these were imported from the Spain. You will see all the center of excellence and all the protected cultivation structures in India is generally with the collaboration with the Israel government. But here in Chhattisgarh, it was a different decision from the government authorities that will import the whatever the technology is available in the Spain, so that we'll able to do something different for the state of the Chhattisgarh. And when this center was started, the main aim is for the refinement of production technologies of various high value crops for the benefit of the farmers of Chhattisgarh, so that if we standardize the crops, their technologies, their entire package of practices, so that the farmers may adopt these things. This is the first objective. Second objective is for the providing the skill, higher training to the farmers for development of this technology in the state. Then besides this, we are also having our MSc PhD research programs in this center. And besides doing, we are also making planting material for the supply of the state farmers and others who put indent with us. We are supplying planting material under various state government facilities. And if first, next slide, please, we will see what are the basic facilities we have created. It is interesting to know that all type of facilities were created, and as far as we know, and all the visitors and all the higher authorities are informed that this is only type of the center in India which is having this type of all types of structure and such a high area under the protected cultivation. And the entire area of our center is about 10 acres. If you'll see, next slide, please. Then we will see the layout of this center. We are having the 4 big polyhouses which are having the each 1 acre area. The dimension of one big polyhouse is about 38.6 meter by 106 meter. Means this entire polyhouse makes 400 square meter and 1 perfect acre. This makes 4 acres. And we are having walk-in tunnels, 8 number of walk-in tunnels. Each is having about 700 square meter area, and it makes about 1.5 acre under protected cultivation. Then we are having 2 big net houses, because net houses is a very good technology under tropical and subtropical climates. Then the big 2 net houses will be created, 1.5 acres each. And besides being, we are having the nursery facilities. Nursery facilities, we are having the 600 square meter. One is a primary hardening center, and then a secondary hardening center. Besides being for nursery, we are having the seed liner machine also for a tray, plug tray, seeding and all filling equipments. Then one germination chamber where we are maintaining 20 to 20 degree centigrade temperature for the better germination of the seeds. This is all the seed plug tray seed mechanism facilities are developed with a view to supply the good quality seedlings to the farmers and our center. This is one pond we have created. This pond, you will see whatever the water is coming in these polyhouses, you see the big pipes which are connected with this water harvesting tank, and this is the tank is having the plastic lining, multi-layered cross-laminated plastic lining is there, and still we are 1.25 acres we have maintained this water harvesting tank, and whatever the entire water is coming in this polyhouses are being collected in this water tank, and through this water tank we are supplying the whatever the irrigation system, drip irrigation system of the entire structures. And in the summer we need to supplement the water through our tube wells. Next please. This is our tunnels. Next please. This is a automation system. We are imported state of all the automation system, and all the 10 acres of this area is being maintained through this one control unit. You will see all the climate. We are having the software based programs also, and we can also run it through manually, and after testing of the quality, entire system is being run from this small unit, and this is a very good facility, and I am proud that we are still running this facility in very nice manner. Next please. Next slide please. Then if you see, this is our germination chamber. Next slide please. These are the all facilities. In the next slide we will see we are making seedlings to supply to the farmers. It is a very unique feature of our center. Beside our research and development facilities, we are demonstrating the technologies to the farmers, and we are supplying to the healthy planting material to the farmers of the state. And many farmers are our university has created such a facility. If farmer is coming through their own seed, then we will raise the seedlings and charge with the minimum charges. We are supplying them the seedlings. Next please. This is our primary growth chamber, which is a fan pad facilities. Next please. This is our seedlings are being grown, and you see these are the farmers are taking seedlings from our center to be grown, and these are very much liked by the farmers. And after this establishment of the center, many farmers in Chhattisgarh has taken up this venture, plug tray seedling technology, to the farmers. If now I will discuss crop by crop whatever the technologies we have developed. We have refined our Chhattisgarh conditions, and it is a very interesting story that you will see. We have demonstrated and supplied more than 20 type of crops to the farmers, their technology. This first we will discuss. It will take about 5 to 7 minutes for this technology, because this is a very interesting technology. Many people are coming to our center for in various parts of the country for this technology. You will see this. We have standardized this chrysanthemum cultivation technology. Basically, we see chrysanthemum is generally being grown as a loose flower crop in many parts of the country, particularly in South India. But with this technology, high-tech technology, we have developed the best of the technologies available throughout the world. We have seen and we have demonstrated successfully. And here we are growing chrysanthemum with the photoperiod control. And we are providing the crop with the, you see, this is our planting system, and we are providing the artificial light to the chrysanthemum, and daily 5 to 6 hours. And uh, we use the many complicated technologies are available in the literature, but we have simplified these things and brought to the level of such a simplification that local farmers can adopt it finally. And we are using only 20 watt uh, CFL bulbs or LED bulbs, whatever they available. And uh, uh, please wait, we will discuss these things, then we will forward the slides. And we will see we are utilizing this 20 watt bulbs only. 20 watt bulbs are easily available in the market, and what we have devised that 100 lux light must be available on the leaf of the plants. Throughout the literature we have seen, and we have visited many farms, and we have through screen net, and in the daytime we are restricting the sunlight, and after the evening hours, 5 or 6 o'clock, we are providing 5 to 6 hours artificial light to the plants. And if you see the planting density, it is being done at the very high planting density, 64 plants per cubic meter. Means we are creating the bed of 1.2 meter and putting the plants at the 8 centimeter spacing, and putting 64 chrysanthemum plants per cubic meter. Then we are following the package of practices, and only fertigation technologies being done. We have standardized the stage-wise fertigation technologies, and after providing artificial light up to 60 days, the plants may attain up to height of 75 to 90 centimeter. We have utilized more than 15 varieties here, and best of the varieties. And after 60 days we are giving the continuous illumination of the CFL light for 5 to 6 hours. Then after stoppage of light, we are getting sufficient vegetative phase. When the growth of plant is about 75 to 90 centimeter, then we stop the light, and we change the plant from vegetative to the floriferous phase. And for changing plant physiology, here we are stopping the light, means day length is reduced, and then we are also providing the spray of B9 growth retardant to stimulate the vegetative phase to the floriferous phase. And with this we start getting flower buds in 30 to 35 days. And yeah, in the next slides you can see the floriferous phase. Next slide please. And you see the flower buds have started, and height of the plant you can see, and as per the international floriculture standards, it is 1.2 meter, 1 to 1.2 meter. And now you will see one single plant may contain 15 to 20 flowers, and means one stick is now become is from the cut flower phase, from this loose flower, and now this chrysanthemum is converted to the cut flower stage. And this flower is very high demand when we are marketing. Many persons from Delhi and Bangalore are also asking, and our farmers are also adopting this type of practices. Previously only available in the Bangalore and Pune, but now in the Chhattisgarh many farmers have started this practice, and they are supplying to the farmer to the other states also. Next please. You will see the full bloom pictures now. Next please. These are the full bloom. We are harvesting the plants and flowers. You see the colors, and these are our own center. We have developed this technology, and many horticulturists and many farmers from outside Chhattisgarh, outside India have also visited our center and seen this type of activities. And I am happy to see that our farmers are also started doing this type of practices in our area. Next, please. We'll see the next crop I'd like to speak is on the gerbera. Gerbera is also a very economically fit crop because of its life cycle. We have standardized it. There is a technology first started in 2015, and now you will see different type of varieties. We have standardized the technology, complete package of practices, and many farmers in our state has. Next, please. This is our poly houses. It is supported with a screen net to reduce the our sunlight. Next, please. This crop is found to be more remunerative than other crops because once planted, we can take the flowers up to 2 to 3 years, and daily we are planting about 120 to 25,000 plants per acre in the big polyhouses, and daily we are harvesting 1,500 to 2,000 plants per day, and these are the very economical crop. Now again we have planted this crop, and this is a very remunerative crop from the farmer's point of view, because this flower is also demanded in local. If we generally sell 4 to 5 rupees per stick per plant, and this is a daily source of income for the farmers, and many farmers have adopted this technology in our state. Next, please. Next crop we have not done on the very big scale. I would like to see in Chhattisgarh condition, many farmers have done. This is a orchid crop. Orchid is also very nice crop. We'll see in the next slide. It's orchid is a once we start planted, it gives flowers throughout. You see this is our center orchid bench we have created, and this crop is being grown on these benches, supported with the mono shed net, and this, because this is a basically orchid is a epiphyte, therefore we are providing such conditions, and it is being supported with the charcoal, and whatever the nutrition it is being given on the charcoal, and after planting 1 year it starts giving the flower, and flower is generally sold 20 to 25 rupees per stick. Very high demand sometimes during the festival and marriage season. And after beauty of this crop is that a continuous 5 years you will get the flowers, and it is a first we need more investment, but then it is a lucrative crop for the farmers. Then now these are the flower crops we have done in the big poly houses. These things we have done. Now we will discuss the whatever the vegetable crops. Vegetable crops we have standardized here, and particularly with the we have demonstrated and standardized the technologies for both soilless cultivation of vegetables under coco pit in turf cultivation system, and we have devised soilless and soil type both. We have compared here in our center and done both things, and we have seen and experienced and demonstrated that there are certain advantage of the coco peat system also, because we'll see what happens particularly during rainy season when we grow in the soil medium, because our Chhattisgarh is a very high rainfall area. About 1100 millimeter rainfall is received through our average per annum, but in during the July to October, due to very heavy rainfall, due to seepage of water, it is very difficult to grow the crops inside the poly houses, particularly down side and seepage of the water in the soil. Therefore, you see the crop. We have tomato and capsicum grown during the rainy season, and whatever the crop we have grown in the trough cultivation through coco peat, we have got the better yield and better early market, and we got the better prices. Therefore, we can recommend this technology for growing such a crop. And one distinct advantage of coco peat we have done ourselves. We have seen the literature, but 4 5 years after continuous, we have utilized the same coco peat with our own disinfected with fungicides. This is a very good technology. We can reuse coco peat, because previously we will not find such a literature that you can continuously reuse coco peat, same coco peat for the years together. Up to 5 to 7 years we have utilized same coco peat by disinfection. And one thing we have developed, that in the coco peat, just like in the basal applications, we are providing NPK to the basal, the application of vegetables and all the crops. Similarly, before transplanting of the vegetables seedlings in the coco peat medium, we can apply the basal dose of this NPK to reduce the cost on the water soluble fertilizer through fertigation. This we have seen, because we have to see the economic aspects also. You see, these are tomatoes cultivation under coco peat in trough technology, and we have developed done it in the large area, about 1 acre. Then it is a very good crop, but and quality wise crop is very good. But one thing we find difficult in this all the high value vegetable crops, this is the marketing is still a big issue, because quality of the vegetables grown inside the polyhouse is very high, but when you take it to the market, you cannot compete with these open field crops. And what we have seen, the tomato is having very high yield and very long period of yield. Crop duration is very more than 9 to 10 months we have done here, and yield level is also very high. And and this dry matter content of crop tomato is very high. Therefore, its keeping quality is very good. What we have experienced and what we have documented, the dry matter content is very high. And previously we used two vibrators. I would like to mention here that we have devised the low cost technologies, and whatever the vibrator are very costly, then we use this mechanical toothbrush. Mechanical toothbrush is just 500 to 600 rupees cost, and we ourself done for vibration, and for vibration of this daily vibration, for better pollination of the tomatoes. We utilize this vibrator mechanical brush as a vibrator, and we got very good results, and we got the reduced cost also. You see the tomato crops. Next, you see the quality, whatever the varieties we utilized. We in our condition we find the Yuvraj variety found to be the best, and besides being, we have grown this cherry tomatoes also. Cherry tomatoes 3 4 varieties we have grown, and it is a good scope. But still, as a farmers, you see the quality is very good, but marketing is still issue from our center. But what we have done, we have started only direct marketing. We are not giving to the any brokers. We are marketing from our own counter from our center, and we could able to sell most of the quantities. Next we will see this. You see this the cherry tomato crops inside the polyhouses, 3 4 varieties. Next please. These are the 3 varieties, and Now we will see the capsicums. Capsicums we have done both under the coco peat cultivation as well as the soil cultivation, and we'll done best of the best qualities of the capsicums, and we done both type of the training system, 2 stem and 4 stem training system. Both we have compared here, and we found the 2 stem training system you see in the picture. 2 stem training system is found to be the more better in capsicum, because when we go for 4 stem training system, it becomes unmanageable, and whatever the extra leaves we are clipping and extra leaves we are removing, that is giving much more better results from economic point of view. Next please. We can see the capsicums is a remunerative crop, but in Chhattisgarh you see in the soil as well as coco peat medium we have grown. In Chhattisgarh, capsicum is grown in outside field is very big volume. I would like to inform here the most of the capsicum sold in the Delhi market, more than 75% capsicum is being sent from the farmers of the Chhattisgarh state, and it is being grown in very large scale in Chhattisgarh. And you see this is the trough cultivation with the soilless coco peat medium. Next please. Capsicum is a very remunerative crop, and different colors we have grown here. This is the soilless medium as well as soil medium, both we have compared, but it is a distinct advantage during the rainy season. Next please. This is a soilless cultivation of watermelon. We have done also all the different color, yellow, green watermelons, even we have green flesh watermelon, yellow flesh, and red flesh watermelons we have grown here, and it is being very sold at a very good price. You see this is the trough cultivation technology. Here we have done one modification for the farmers point of view. Sometimes this coco peat becomes a costly, then we have tried in place of coco peat 1:1:1 ratio of soil, sand, and FIM, and this is we found comparable with the coco peat in this case of trough cultivation technologies inside the polyhouse. Also outside we have developed this technology and documented this technology, and if farmers could not able to afford coco peat, then he can utilize this 1:1:1 ratio of soil, sand, and FIM for this trough cultivation technology. Next please. These are the cultivation of watermelon on the trough cultivation. This is our produce whatever we have done here inside the polyhouse. Next is this cucumber. Cucumber is also a very good crop, whatever I have seen in here, but one disadvantage of this cucumber, yield is very high, very high, but still consumer liking is very less. Next please. And as compared to in our area in Delhi, it is being sold very nicely, and for this is a parthenocarpic cucumber we have done very nicely, and it grows very good, but consumer acceptance is very less in our area, and therefore we find difficulty in marketing. Next please. This is the soil parthenocarpic cucumber. This we have done here. Next please. Parthenocarpic cucumber is a very good remunerative crop for the farmers if they are having the good marketing linkage. In the Rajasthan area, it is being sent to the Delhi market and Jaipur market. The farmers are getting very high profit, but still in our region we are facing marketing challenges because consumer acceptance is not for this type of cucumbers, and these cucumbers are having the very less keeping quality as compared to the cucumbers which are grown outside in the field, because it is having very high water content as compared to the cucumbers grown outside uh, in the field. But yield wise it is very high volume yield. You see the type of fruiting, very good and very high fruiting is there. In the short span of 30 to 45 days you will start the harvesting, and you can sell it up to 90 to 100 days, very high value crop. Next please. Because this is a very high rate of photosynthesis and very high volume we can produce under the polyhouse condition, and we can take 3 crops in a year for this cucumber. Next please. Next, whatever we have done, this is the another very good crop and very high demand in the market. And you see the musk melon in hanging fashion. We have first done in 2016 at our center, and this crop is having very high value in terms of the market. And next please. Farmers are doing in our area also, and it is this crop is having the advantage, very high amount of demand among the customers, and very high keeping quality also. We have done this in the hanging fashion here, and since this crop requires the honeybees for pollination, we are keeping the honeybee boxes for better pollination of the crop, and keeping 3 to 4 fruits per vine, and around 5,000 plants per acre it is being maintained, and it is being sold at a premium price and very high demand. And this of netted muskmelon, and it is being sold in the market 100 to 150 kg. In our center we sold minimum 50 rupees per kg. We even could not able to meet its demand. This crop is in very high consumer acceptability. You see the we done this crop in the big polyhouses also, and in our poly walk-in tunnels also. Next please. We are having the complete package of technologies due to very next is our very good achievement of this center. Will want to inform our audience and our experts that we have in the net houses. Next please. Net house cultivation is a very big success in tropical and subtropical climates. Next please. Here we have developed a complete 2-year package of this net house cultivation technology. This is the multi-stories technology we have developed, and we have demonstrated successfully, and it is now being adopted by the farmers. Main crop is here is the papaya, intensive papaya based multi-story cropping system under said net house. What we are doing in the big net houses, we are planting, we start planting during June, July. We raise these seedlings of papaya and plant in the last week of July, because net house papaya is having very big problem of virus disease, and still beside GM crop there is no potent method is there. Then we have done in 1.5 acre two big net houses, and we have selected the mid crops, high value crops, and some short duration crops, so that farmer can get income in every 15-20 days. Our weekly income is there. And first you see the 2 rows of papaya. Between the 2 rows of papaya we are growing during June, July we are planting the ginger crop, And between the rows of ginger and papaya, we are raising the short duration crops. Just like in the rainy season, we are raising this early cauliflower crop because it fetches very good price, and we are whatever the peripheries of their pathways and the slant of the our net house, we are raising the marigold. It is being sold at the time of festival, coming festival Diwali and the Saraf and Durga Puja. The marigold is being sold, and this net house, you see, between two rows of papaya, we are growing two rows of ginger, and between two rows of ginger, here you see we are growing the cabbage. Here in for 3-4 crops we are taking in the year as a early duration crops, short duration crops, which will provide a good income to the farmer family on the regular basis. And in the February, March, the farmer get the good income from the ginger, because ginger is having the good keeping quality. Therefore, farmer don't have to go for the distress sell. This is the advantage of this crop. And this ginger crop is also having the demand for the seed also. Then it always faces a very good source of income. Then from papaya he is also getting the good income. This is the uh, cropping system we have developed, and it is being appreciated by all the horticultural luminaries of the country. And this is being adopted by the farmers. And we have done structural changes in the net house depending on the our own experiences, because during cyclonic winds, sometimes there are the chances of damage of this net houses and poly houses, as we all know. Next, please. This is, you can see, papaya based multi-storage cropping system. This is a very remunerative technology for the farmers, small farmers. Then after taking off one cycle of the papaya, we are taking the next cycle of muskmelon and watermelon in the same net house. And this is also a very good remunerative crop, and farmers are getting very good income, so that pest load of the net house can be reduced, and we also get the early income. Then this is a very good crop. And after growing this crop, next again we are growing this papaya. Then it takes altogether 2.5 years of a cycle of crop. And this very high remunerative crops, then cost of net house can be reduced. And because in tropical climate, temperature control is a very big issue for the poly houses, and net house we recommend and we find, and it is a very good technology for the tropical and subtropical climate for farmers getting good crops. Next, please. You see, these are things what we have done in the poly houses, what we have done in the net houses, and try the technology. Next, we will come to the polytunnels. We have a small polytunnels. We have gone due to constraint of time. I will take very fast. And next, please, you see, we have done the strawberry, non-traditional areas. Strawberry, it is being also done, fetching good prices and market demand. Strawberry constraint is there, strawberry in the high cost of planting material. Next is the dragon fruit. Dragon fruit we have taken up in the polytunnels, and in between the space of the dragon fruit, to supplement the income, we are growing the cabbage, cauliflower, and whatever the short duration crops. And next, please, then we are getting the income from the dragon fruit, as well as round the year income from the interspecies growing with the short duration vegetable, high value crops like broccoli, cabbage, and this leafy vegetables. Next, please. This is the dragon fruit is also coming up, and besides being this is another crop. We have developed technologies. It has taken some time, and we have also with the help of other scientists, we have done this beetle vine. This is now area is being shrinking, but still demand is there. Then we have done traditionally, it is being done in the Bereja, but now our production technology we can do in the polytunnels also. Next, please. This is the beetle one varieties. We have uh, compared 16 varieties from various part of the country and recommended for the farmers. Next, please. This is the beetle wine crop we have done. Next, please, because due to constraint of time, now it is 50 minutes is over. This is another new crop we have introduced. This is the Japanese kabucha or kabu, whatever it is, a just like a good crop we have done here, and it is being introduced from the and it is being sold in the market at a premium price. Next, this is a very good crop, and it leaves are also utilized. Besides being, we are doing cucurbits in the summer. In the net house, we are getting very high yield of this sponge gourd and very good income. Next, please. This is the sweet corn we have also done under the polytunnels during the rainy season, and we are getting very good price of the sweet corn for during rainy season. Next, please. This is a yard long bean, because we are searching different type of crops to be standardized. We have done this yard long bean. Next, please. Yard long bean is a very good crop for the polytunnels, and since this is a self-pollinated one, therefore it can be recommended as an alternative crop, because inside the protected cultivations there is limitations of pollination. This is a very good crop, and very good yield is being received during rainy season, and being sold at a good price. Next, we have done this trough cultivation technology outside the polyhouses also, and this technology is very good for the places where soil is condition is not allowing the growing of the crops, where this technology is very nice, or in the terrace gardening. This technology is very good. These are the troughs. If you see, the rate of the troughs is 150 rupees per running meter, and this is a foldable technology. We can fold it, roll it, and shift it, and we can do it on the rooftop also, or in the soil where it is not being cultivable, and it is not a very high costly, but in the coming time we have to we can utilize at the commercial scale, and we can shift these troughs also, supported with the this drip method of irrigation. It is we have standardized more than 10 crops, and uh, we have done both coco peat and all these mediums, but here this soil FIM and sand mix is having the clear advantage over coco peat, and it is being more profitable than coco peat in outside polyhouse truck cultivar. This is a vertical. Some spelling mistake can be overlooked. Next, next, please. We have devised for constructed this type of structures, the PVC and UVC pipe in our center itself, and because many people are coming, they want to this type of structure, so we have demonstrated. Next, please. This we have grown many type of crops in this crop, in this structure. We have own developed here structures, we have own created by purchasing all the raw material. Here you see the chrysanthemum is being grown, and next leafy vegetables, lettuce, and many types we have grown, but I find it is still more work needs to be done to put for a common man to use this technology, but we needs further refinement of the technology to make it is a comfortable use for the common man. Next, please. Next, this is the one we have also devised one technology for this white button mushroom technology in solar cold chamber. Next, please. This is a very good solar technology. What we have seen, it is a very good system without any electric backup. This I find this structure very nice, and basically our center brought it for the storage of vegetable. But we can grow white button mushroom because it fetches a premium price in the market, and it is very good in demand. And if government is also giving subsidy on this type of solar structures, it can be multiple use. It can be used for storage of milk, also storage of vegetables, and we have used it is for the growing of the white button mushrooms. And different type of structures can be created and fabricated with this help. And in the due to constraint of time, I would like to conclude here. Our limitations, what we have found here, is the temperature management is a big issue. Then cyclonic winds is a very during April to May, and this is also sometimes damaging to the structures. Then we have to design the structure accordingly. And trained manpower is still we need for growing various crops and maintenance of the structure. And marketing of high value crops is still very issue. If we go to the malls, the crops are being sold in a very high price. When we go as a producer, they are not purchasing our crops. This is the issue. And future studies, we have to design the structures. As at the outset, our respected Dr. Brahm Singh has told that we protect retracted type of poly houses and all this structure. We have developed some design changes, direct marketing, and organic aspect is one thing we would like to work in the future, so that without use of chemical we can grow some device, some multi-story type of thing in a protected cultivation, so that people can get their own vegetables at the rooftop model. This is my dream, so that we can devise such a multi-story type of crop rooftop model for the persons. We can get their own fruits and vegetable from their own home. And concluding remark, I would like to say more profitable for the perennial flowers and soil duration crops. More crop, that is cultivation cost is always high. Net houses are more preferred for combination of the annual and perennial crops, that will be more better. And vegetable nursery is becoming a very boon for the farmers during the rainy seasons. This constraint has been debated. And the last, I would like to offer my sincere thanks. And this is our companion two birds. You'll see these are our companions, our center. Thank you very much for patience hearing. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Sharma, for taking us to the world of protected cultivation, the experience of Indira Gandhi Krishi Vidyalaya. Very rich experience, very tempting experience, and worth emulating. I think people will be benefited with that, and they will try at their center. Most of the thing what you have talked about, they are nothing but useful to the farmer, with the very minor say issues which can be sorted out. Now, I don't want to give a lecture on you or this one, because this is the purview of Dr. Shailendra Rajanji. Shailendra Rajanji, kindly moderate the talk the way you want.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. We had a very comprehensive lecture by Dr. Sharma, starting from the some of the suggestions for the people who are working for the protected cultivation. Particularly in starting, he has advised or he has indicated how the water harvesting tank can be very well associated with the protected cultivation unit. Then how he has introduced the state-of-art facilities with the protected cultivation unit of their organization. He has demonstrated not only the growing of the crops, but it has percolated to the services, are percolating to the farmers also. They are having a good linkage with them. This shows the successful implementation of protected cultivation technology in Chhattisgarh. Then One of the example I could see the staking of seedling trays in the truck, how people are carrying these from the unit, and a very good example of the chrysanthemum, where photo period production manipulation and the scheduling for vegetative and flowering growth periods can successfully produce the chrysanthemum for the cut flowers also. This is a forcing how they have used B9 and light control. This is one of the examples. A perfect way for the production of not only chrysanthemum, but they have come to with the gerbera also. The example is that farmers are using it for orchids and the soilless medium cultivation. They have worked a lot because replacing cocoa pit with the several combinations they have tried, which is indicated because this is a high rainfall area and the cocoa pit troughs can be alternative because seepage is a problem. So they have searched those alternatives and low cost technology for the pollination in tomatoes. His suggestion is excellent with the toothbrushes. Then training system in capsicum evaluated the soilless cultivation of watermelon, replacement of cocoa pit through other means. Then cucumber, muskmelon, several examples are there. But interesting example is intensive papaya-based multi cultivation or cropping, where the June July papaya this planting and using ginger, early flower and cabbage. There as a some of the crops which is the farmers is getting are getting income regularly, and a good cropping system has been developed for different structures. This is something interesting outcome. And muskmelon and watermelon between different papaya crops, it is somewhat interesting to note for getting good price for the early crop. Strawberry, he tried strawberry, dragon fruit in polytechnicals, and several of the crops like wheatle vines, sweet corn, yardrong wheat, kabucha. These are the examples just to utilize the space which has been once developed, and there is lot of this shifting is also required. Then he has also indicated the foldable tough cultivation methods to the plastic units which are coming up, and those may be further utilized. And advantages of the alternative medium, then vertical farming cultivation also indicated. An example of the solar cold chamber for the button mushroom is important. Therefore, we had a very perfect listing of the constraints also, and he concluded in a very nice way with the way forward how the protected cultivation will be useful with the various stakeholders. In conclusion, we had a great lecture with the experienced speaker on different aspects of protected cultivation. Thank you very much.
Thank you,
Thank you
Dr.
very much.
Shailesh, and thank you, Dr. Shailen Rajan. Great lecture. Dr. Kalia, are you there? I don't see Dr. Kalia. कालिया जी कहाँ डिसअपियर हो गए? कालिया जी आ जाओ.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm here.
Kindly further moderate if
Yes.
he has missed some point.
Yes, sir. All I can say that it's a real practical sort of thing of protected cultivation that Dr. Sharma has portrayed before us and before the viewers, and how they are reaching out to the farmers so that ultimately farmers get benefited, and also consumers, that he said that direct marketing, so that the protected cultivation produce can reach to the needy straight, and they get convinced with the production of that. Apart from that, he has also mentioned that in some of the crops where the pollination is required, bee boxes are kept inside. So I think that the additional income that through bee boxes, the honey can also be harvested, which can be sold as muskmelon honey or whatever the crop they grow inside. So that will be additional income. But what is important and has not been mentioned about the intensive cultivation papaya base, that what is the economics. Had economics also been mentioned of all the crops for best utilization of the protected cultivation in poly houses or in net houses, that could further benefit the farmers and the other entrepreneurs who want to take up this program further. And also the many crops he has mentioned, but I think the variety also needs to mention, as Yuvraj was mentioned in case of tomato, but in other crops which are the additional crops, the like early cauliflower, cabbages, broccoli. What are the varieties which has been standardized, or for which the practices has been standardized, so that the farmers and others who want to take up this program get benefited? Otherwise, I think it's a tremendous talk that Sharma has given based on his lot of experience, and went to the proper utilization of these structures which are facing problems in many of the areas, and that is a clear cut demonstration in Chhattisgarh. With that, I thank Dr. Sharma for nice talk.
Thank you, Dr. Kalia, rightly pointing out the varieties which have been tested and which should be bred for that, the suitable varieties. I think I said in the beginning.
Yes, sir.
We should breed varieties or develop varieties for different structure, different conditions. I think what is lacking. But whatever imported one we are using it, that should be mentioned. That is a different issue. When you go next time to import it, it may and may not be available. That is a big risk in that the imported material being used on a commercial scale in the country. So we should have our own varieties. The university like in Indira Gandhi Krishi Vishwavidyalaya and others, agriculture university, those who are working on protected cultivation, particularly the horticulture university, they should see to it that they come up with good varieties in horticulture crops suitable for different structures and different areas as in open field cultivation. Anyway, there are a lot of appreciation, congratulations, Dr. Sharma. Many appreciations are there. Shivangi, if some question is there, kindly put up. Is it a question? Okay. Sir, just want to know, had you calculated the cost of cultivation? That's what Dr. Kalia also asked. For any of the crops you mentioned, I think since this technique requires high initial investment and its maintenance is the biggest challenge. I think she is right. I also pointed out that what the people have got the notion about that. But if you have given the statistics, perhaps it would have been minimized. Now, even then, you can add now. What is your opinion? The relevant question.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Very valid question, because if any technology is, it must be having some economic aspect also. Break-even point needs to be calculated for each and every crop. But what we have seen, I mentioned in the last also conclusion also, the vegetable crops are still not to be recommended as per our climatic conditions, because these are not still remunerative. But whatever the things, just like perennial flower crops like gerbera, orchid, and this chrysanthemum can fetch very good economic return to the farmers. And this our multi-storied papaya based structure in the net house can be recommended, because net house is a comparatively having less investment as compared to the poly houses, and in tropical and subtropical conditions it will be better option to grow such a multi-storied and regular type of uh, cropping system, so that farmer can get regular at weekly, monthly basis, then only it can be remunerative. And we still needs to be changes in the structure of the net houses. We prepared one prototype that just like tent house type of structure we put for this net house, it can be dismantled and can be shifted to any field as per our requirement, and farmer can locally fabricate it and purchase the net and can go for cultivation. Still, this is a big challenge for the small farmers, But if the young generation takes the keen interest, it can be mitigated with their zeal and their dedication for the technology. We can recommend the net house with multi-storied uh, and multi-cropping system is definitely a remunerative crop. And besides doing this, raising of nursery under poly houses is a very big business for the farmers. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Sharma. You said it. A nursery business, well established, remunerative venture. Those who want to uh, take it, whether the sophisticated one or the simple one, it is definitely paying one. And if you resort to this graft, what I said in the beginning itself, they fetch you a good price. The another advantage where you can have the early crop or the off-season crop. Off-season, I think is a better word. Where you can have the off-season word, I can guarantee you this will be remunerative. Off-season crops. And then you have the choice under the protected structures, the low-cost structures and high-cost or sophisticated climate control structure. So you see your requirement and the crop which you want to take up and see uh, what blunder we have done in agriculture, that we are doing agriculture without bothering about the profit. So here in the protected cultivation, no protected cultivation without profit. Profit is the prime aim. The agriculture should be done for profit. It should be taken as a venture or a whatever, say a business sort of a thing. So nothing would go with the farmers if it is not a profitable one. That should be very clear. And our scientist job is to make it profitable. The marketing side, yes, but there are market don't just say market is market. Segregate the market. Segregate the market. There are people who are ready to pay higher price provided the uh, produce is clean, neat, and whatnot, what you get from these structures. Target those fellows. So there are various means of that, having that. But if you compare with that daily or monthly or weekly markets, and you want to put up the greenhouse grown crops there and that field grown crops, you will not be able to compete. But if you have got a tie-up with the big hotels, restaurant, and whatnot, who need the uniform type of this one crop, it is all profit, profit, nothing else. Your capsicum goes for salad. Who purchases the capsicum for salad in your weekly market and day to day your vegetable shops? But there, it is there. The cucumber, which you said that is not remunerative, but if you have a contact with the such thing like hotels, etc., is quite remunerative. And there is a craze for even uh, common man house to have the seedless cucumber, the cherry tomatoes. When the children insist, Papa, Mummy, kindly bring those tomatoes. So there is a demand. Anyway, protected cultivation is picking up in the country. We scientists, we have to make it remunerative, more attractive. And I said you develop the cheaper structure, cheaper technology and whatnot, but the suitable varieties. I lay emphasis on that suitable varieties, and where the cross-pollinated crops are there, you have ways and means of pollination, including the putting the bees or honey bees and harvest from the bees should be sold as Dr. Kalia has said, the crop specific honey. If you have got a crop specific honey, it has got the advantage and fetches a good price in the market. So overall, I think we had a fantastic lecture today on protected cultivation. I may be biased because I do promote protected cultivation. Please excuse me. But I'm happy that we had a fantastic lecture and a good experience. Not only the Israeli technology, but say thoda hatke tha, Spain technology, which Dr. Sharma has narrated. A good one, which is to be, I think, promoted further. And I'm sure people must have been benefited with this lecture. So thank you so much for that. I think we meet next on Christmas Day, is it not? 18 plus 7. Yes. Christmas
Yes.
Day with the um,
Modified photo.
person, Dr. Pritam Kalia, will be wishing us happy Christmas with a lot of information on future prospect of nutraceuticals. Breeding, that's what I'm talking about, is required. And that is the future. That is the future. Breeding for the sake of breeding for high yield, etc., has no value these days. Breed for the particular, this one constituent, etc., or number of constituents, and label it, then you get the price, of it. So I think on a good day there, that Christmas Day will have a good lecture. Kindly do find time to attend it. Sorry that we are bothering you on that auspicious day, but we will give you a good one, good knowledge about those good varieties which are available and which should be bred. So with these words, I thank starting from the speaker, done a marvelous job. Thank you so much, Sharma ji, followed by my co-organizers, sir, Dr. Pritam Kalia, Dr. Salen Rajan, and overall Ms. Shivangi, who had done a wonderful job. Today, I think Sharma ji made her to run his PPT good, and she did a very good job. Very good job. I think Sharma ji was comfortable, quite comfortable,
Thank you,
except
sir.
saying next, nothing else. No
Yes,
worry,
yes.
no worry, only thing next. Good. I think overall we had a good webinar. Thank you so much. We meet
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
next
Thank you,
on
sir.
the
Thank you,
next.
everyone.
Thank
Thank
you,
you.
Ji. Thank you.
Thank you very much,
Okay,
Thank you.
everybody.
bye. Bye. Enjoy your Sunday. Thank you.
Thank